Pieces to start with the star room. So let's talk about Mercury retrograde. Y'all, how I look at Mercury retrograde is different. I look at it like y'all remember in school how it would like get to a certain point of the year and we would have this comprehensive exam called the KATs. I think it was like CATS testing from Louisville. That's where we called it. I don't know if other states called it something different. But it was basically like a test that they would have statewide where everybody would basically get this test and they would be able to say, hey, this school, tested in this percentile, so on and so forth. I believe that Mercury retrograde, y'all, is like a form of that. However, I believe it's only a test if you are not in acceptance of, discovery of, and also retrieval of said lessons that you basically have already received. A lot of the times when we go into Mercury retrograde, we always try to act like, oh, woe is me. I didn't know. Then it's another rate of us. Earlier today, I kept on hearing, I don't be getting on TikTok, but when I do, y'all, I get on and it's like a video will pop up. And it bothers a lot of people because they feel like I'm coming in and off, but it's like you can't really control it. It just does what it wants to do on TikTok. Anywho, I digress. The guy that's a rapper called Finesse. This guy's hilarious. Okay, so he's online. He's yelling, "You through? You through? You through?" And I was like, I didn't understand everything, but I came in just at this part, and I heard him say like, if if you coming back around because you recognize that that I always was it. It's like you through. You out of here. We have a rate of being like so strong and dismissing and rejecting, a lot of the times blocking, putting up walls and stuff. That's not necessary either. That's not what you're supposed to do. Retrograde, y'all. We be wanting to be at a certain rate with ourselves, trying to hold on to what we feel like we've retrieved, and we really don't have it. And then when Mercury retrograde comes around, it proves to us, dang, I don't really got this all the way. Why? Because I fell back into the pattern that was the lesson that I was supposed to be receiving. It was never, me removing myself, forcing this person to, it was never fighting. It was, did I understand what this came to teach me? And am I okay in accepting and allowing the truth to basically be? Mercury retrograde is like the truth. It'll be a space where the people from before are the past, basically. Things that you've already I don't know, it's almost like wrapping up. I wrap these things up. Mercury retrograde comes in and it basically says, hey, are you sure? You know? And it's one of those things where we get to show up mastering self, you know, not anybody else, not anybody's access. Um, Being able to hold your ground in the presence of the thing that you believe was your introduction to reason, because sometimes we don't feel like we have a reason to do certain things. So we stay laxed in how we approach things, constantly walking into rates of disappointment. We create self harm based off of choices and our choosing and our deciding based off of people pleasing. So when you remove these things, especially something as big as people pleasing, right? And Mercury retrograde comes around, especially in an energy like Aries. I don't know. I think Venus is in Aries. I think Mercury retrograde is in Pisces, which is very, very, very mysterious because it's almost like one of those energies of like back again. It's like, I'm not sure, but I'm here, but I'm sure, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I probably should do that, but I'm not sure. It's not necessary. Last minute, I'm going to do it. it's, it's one of those energies, but it's annoying. But it's not annoying as long as you're at a rate. I think the trick for a lot of us is accepting that we've healed and then also accepting whatever anybody else has chosen or not chosen to do. That be a lot of us. We sit in spaces of judgment because we've decided what we believe is better for us. And because we believe that we are in the space of self-love and choosing what we believe is better for us, we give ourselves the right and the permission to access people and choosing what would be better for them. But they are the only ones who could choose that. And regardless if it benefits me or not, if what somebody else does with their choice doesn't include me, that's not my business, right? And if somebody decides different after they already chose something else, I don't have to be in a rate of bitterness when this person comes back around. I don't have to give them access to me, right? I don't have to block them, right? I don't have to engage, right? You know what I'm saying? I get to be at a rate to where I recognize, oh, okay, not no who gonna ghost a ghost. Like you out here waiting for your opportunity to get back. What's really to get back? Your healing. You being acceptance of it. You not moving on no sucker shit, so can't nobody sucker you. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the times you be moving in a space where you lack the integrity that allows you to be seated in what you feel like the honor is that you should be given, right? So you'll surrender your reputation. You'll surrender who you are as a person by releasing your boundaries to find comfort in circumstance or situationship, right? Or situations, period. And you believe that the energy may show up after you've decided to release and let go or go to the thing that you're calling in, or even if you didn't, right? You believe that the thing will show up sometimes in the same rate. I think the dopest part, even about Mercury retrograde, is that Mercury retrograde doesn't require people to show up as the same people. It shows up as the energy and the pattern. So if you're dealing with things energetically and you've addressed and you've actually accepted, you've actually allowed the revealment, you've released, you've moved forward, you've created, and nurture spaces that are actually tools for you to be able to move forward accordingly to what it is that you truly desire and you asking for, right? When things come back around, if it's the same person, even if it's a different person, the pattern itself is going to be so loud. And I've already moved through this maze. We got to be able to start seeing it like that. Oh, okay. This is somebody who's gonna try to make me feel like I need to put down my spiritual beliefs because they don't want me to have discernment. Because if I got discernment, then they're not gonna be able to keep me quiet and keep me in the house, keep me shut up. Then I'm not gonna be able to. It's like you got to be cool with that. That was super personal, my business. Don't worry about it, okay? I'm gonna make it more profitable for somebody. It might be the case for you too. You get what I'm saying? You might be at a rate where you might see and perceive things to be okay, right? Because it was just this one red flag. Spirit come through in Mercury retrograde. Like, are you sure that you didn't push away 10,000 red flags at the last point, and then you started begging and crying me? Why didn't you tell me? But it's like I told you. You just decided that a red flag meant yellow flag meant still go, but take caution type shit instead of actually stopping at the race where you allowed yourself to become aware in. It's not necessarily putting energy from the past onto current, present, or future people. It's about actually recognizing what I've healed through. And because I now know myself to be different, what I'm going to set down boundaries. Okay, well, cool. I'm okay with you doing that. Listen, I don't include myself in that. And I got a habit, y'all, where I just pick up my purse and walk. That one church finger, I'll be in the car. You know, I don't gotta. I ain't gonna choose. We don't gotta choose disrespect. We could choose distance, right? That's a conversation. No, and meaning that shit, moving accordingly, y'all. That's, I feel like, is what we get to recognize in Mercury retrograde, not what we've allowed it to be. It's so low vibrational with how I've been hearing it being spoken about, and it's such a high vibrational event that's occurring during Mercury retrograde. It's like I feel like graduation. Oh my goodness, I did. I did it. I do get it. I did release this pattern. I did release this mindset. I don't believe this thought process anymore. So when this came into my vortex, it's not even just a simple fact that I'm a lot stronger than what I knew myself to be, but I actually honor and love myself. I chose myself over the person that I've been choosing over and over again. Oh my God. It's one of those rates where not only are you graduating through the cycle that you're currently in, because it be cycles that we are being, in representation of, regardless of how we want to look at it, perceive it. You don't have to acknowledge it for it to be true. I think it's more so about the realization and the acceptance that you are at the rate that you are at. And if not, let's go back and let's actually see how we could get this lesson next time. Okay. This is a different way that y'all can look at it. It don't got to be so, chaotic. It even if it is a little bit. All right. All things could be true at once. This is just another way. All right. I love y'all. I hope this is helpful to those who finds it helpful. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace. This is Star.